What's up, guys? Dade here from Tournament City Games, where we just hosted a case tournament, and we got another one of the top 8 finalists. You want to introduce yourself?
My name is Joshua Sahm, and I was playing Superheavy Samurai.
Samurai.
Yeah.
That was good. You want to go right in the list, or you got shout-outs?
Just a couple shout-outs. Shout out to Dade Slater on YouTube for recording it, for the deck profile, and just always being there. He's also the guy that I talked to that helped labs this deck, along with Brandon Klein, the other guy that the profiles for. Shout out to Angelina for taking me here, and shout out to Brandon Comer for paying my entry.
Hell yeah, let's get into it.
So start Super Samurai cards, Wakaushi, and then 9 other copies of the card, and then the 2 big Binky that go with the Wakaushi. Broken card. Not really broken, but it gets you to the broken cards, and this card's low-key really good. I don't know, all the cards are crazy. The good one-ohs, E-Tele, Reborn, Extender. This card's actually low-key crazy.
Did you take any cool cards off of it today?
I took mini. I lost this game anyways, but it was cool because I took Minios Prosperity because I literally had nothing else to do with this, and then I Prosperity for 3 and I grabbed a hand trap.
That's nice.
It was kind of cool actually. And then honorary one-ohs, Jizukiro, and the Regulus. I wasn't playing Boxer Tunneler because on the same logic that you had is where I didn't want a brick. I just want just straight up gas. The drops, and today I didn't really miss the getting resources back. It would take a really grindy game to get to it. But you'll see in the extra deck I have extra deck cards that help me grind better without having to need to play bricks in my deck essentially. And not having to play the Geargian X and the Ballista really helped because it opened up the extra deck for utility cards and stuff like that. But these are all the not hand traps.
All the not hand traps.
All the not hand traps. Another thing I want to point out is that I think I want to play more of this card. I want to play at least 2 of this card. The guy who got 6 was playing 3 of this card. And I think that's pretty good too. But I probably think 2 is probably going to be the sweet spot.
You have 2 ways to search it, so having 2 is good. It's just do you want to open it more or not is the question.
Yeah, if I open it, even if this gets outed, I would want a second one for the follow-up because on the follow-up turns you're always making the Merrymaker Sargus play to Zeus if you need to, and it'd be really nice to have another Regulus to build on top of that. So I probably would play. I want to say play a second one. Oh wait, those are my hand traps. Oops, wrong pile. For hand traps, I was playing 3 Ash, 3 Ogre, Gamma, Droll. I was playing 2 Nib, I was playing 2 Mourner, and the card that I was testing today, I was using this case form as a testing way, as I was playing 3 Bell.
So we had been talking a lot about this card over the past couple of days. How did it perform for you?
It didn't perform as well as I was hoping to. That's because my round 1 was Runic Naturia, which this card is probably the best into because it hits Fountain, Blessing, Camella Effect, and Mole Cricket Reborn Effect. It hits 4 things in that.
That is so versatile. If you draw 2, you probably feel good because half those things happen on the other turn.
Yeah,
also.
Drawing these 2 in tangent is really good because you can save the Ash not for the Fountain but for the Camella, and you can hit the Fountain with this. So I think this card paired with other hand traps makes this card really shine. And then I was talking about other matchups in the mirror. It can hit the Link 1. It can also hit Scales, which I think probably just stops them in their track, to be honest. Because without the Scales Reborn, they don't go into Cleave Genius. Or if you hit the Link 1, they don't get into the Stardust play. It's decent against Cash. It can hit Birth, and that's about it. Another cool application, the application that made me really think about it was against Pearly, because if they have My Friend set up and you kaiju them, they just get a bunch of follow-up that kills you on the crackback. But if you kaiju them and they go My Friend Pearly target, there you go Bell, no follow-up for you, bozo. That was the interaction that made me want to play this card super heavy.
Super heavy. That was an accident, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. God damn it! I love this deck. I probably wouldn't play Nib in the main going forward if it was like underperformed, and I lost a game because I overvalued this card over this card because I had hand traps in my hand. I had these two hand traps in my hand. I had to discard one for the link one for like a play, and I discarded this over this. And I lost a game over it. And then I lost a match over that one play because I overvalued this card. I overvalued this card way too much. I probably would move this to side or just not play it at all. People are start respecting it, and I would play through this. The other hand trap that I would consider not playing is Ash if Brandon falls out and stuff like that. And if I think Brandon is going to be there, I can just put it to the side really and just play like a different hand trap that's more impactful. But yeah, that's like the hand trap lineup. It still needs work, but the for sures are these are the for sures, and then everything else is like we talk. But that's the main deck, 40 cards.
Extra deck time.
Extra deck time. So I'm gonna do this by what I consider it to be mandatory, and then flex spots. So mandatory, this. Merrymaker, that, Zeus, Baguska. I think that everything here is mandatory, so it leaves a deck with 6 flex spots, mind you. These have to be in every single one of your list because, you know, Baron play, you have to play 2 link ones. This is too good. You need an answer to Droll or Shifter. And this is free. This is actually probably the most insane part of the extra deck that isn't like this, because against pretty much like a weak board because you hand trapped them to death. Search Regulus, punch, make Zeus, Regulus, good luck.
That's so much value.
It's so good. It's actually insane how good it is. The only thing I wish I played a second Zeus today.
Really?
Cash. Because
so they can't hit it.
Yeah. That's like the only thing I wish I did is I just played a second Zeus because my 2 losses were to Cash Tira. And the one I play at Minio, he hit this like every single time. I had a hard time cracking his board over it.
Nice.
Yeah, that guy.
Also, I'm taking the Regulus
Okay.
because I'm selling it.
Okay. So the other cards I played were this, and this. This entire line never came up today.
Really?
Yeah. This didn't come up to take a Fenrir because I never got into a game state where I did it because I was under shifter like the entire entire cash matchup. So this never came up. And these also never came up. I'm always on the fence on like this like engine because every time I play it, I never make it. I never need to play this card in order to kill. So I think I would probably take these out for more utility cards because I think this deck really shines in the utility with like level 8 and rank 4s, so you can have flexibility in situations that you're in. So I probably would not play this going forward. I wasn't playing like a couple locals ago when I got like 4th here, and I wouldn't miss it. I didn't miss it then. I probably wouldn't miss it going forward. So I wouldn't play these to be honest. The other 3 flex spots were Lambda. This card's actually crazy. This card's insane.
It was nuts for you? I'm glad. I like that card a lot.
So, kind of a poor example because it's against Hero, but I had 2. I hand trapped him, so he ended on DPE pass, and I had double Gamma in my hand and like Superheavy Samurai cards. So how do I do this? So start my turn. I do like a search. He drolls me. I Gamma him. Make this. I made this, and I did my normal plays, and I got to Baron, popped the DP, went DP effect, and then I went Gamma again because my...
Gamma again!
Yeah, and then driver in my graveyard, and then I made Omega, to get the third.
I didn't even think about that.
This card is so crazy. If you're able to if you're able to Gamma on your own turn, and just have a second one for no reason, I mean, it's a very specific scenario, but when it comes up, it's sweet. If you can Gamma on your own turn and make this and have a second Gamma, you're
living the dream.
You're living the dream. I think this card is probably like mandatory, to be honest. This card's crazy. And then the card to go with it, Omega. This card's also crazy.
I love Omega in this deck so much.
Yeah, this card's also crazy because if you get hand trapped, you need a good level 8 to go into that isn't this card because you don't know what you're playing against when you get hand trapped. So you need a good card in order to snipe something out of the hand if you need to, if you have Gambit in your hand and with your other hand traps. I know against round 1 I played against Runic Naturia. He banished like Soul Peacemaker off of a Runic card, so like we were playing a really grindy game, and this card this card combined with this card won me the game because I kept hitting his blessings out of his hand.
I love these cards so much. I feel like the lists that aren't playing them are just like wrong right now.
Yep. Yeah, no, this card's crazy. It's the in-engine Bagusko. So like it's the Super Heavy Samurai mirror, which I didn't play today, by the way. Somehow. There was like 3 in top 8, and I didn't play against any of them. It was crazy. Like throughout the entire tournament, it was like 2 Runic Naturias, 2 Cash, a hero player, and then some other one I don't remember for some reason. Oh, and a Pearly deck.
I didn't play one Pearly player.
Yeah. So in the mirror, a lot of people default to Baguska whenever they get drolled. It's like a trauma response. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're like, okay, Baguska pass. When this card outs it, and so if you ever get droll, just sit on this in the mirror match and it applies so much pressure. You literally just can't lose. If they droll when you get drolled, you can't lose if you make this. But yeah, on a card I was playing that I didn't play today in case of this was Underworld Goddess. That card is crazy. It helps you out really hard to deal with monsters like Tryhard, Psychic and Punisher, Tower House monsters. And the theory behind it is that when you get to this and you pen summon 2, you're already at Goddess because you have the Link 2 and the 2 monsters already. You're already at Goddess.
Guy.
Yeah, and their guy. You're already at Goddess and you search the Regulus. So that's probably a card I'm going to put in here. And then spoiler about my side deck. We'll get to which we should get to that right now. For side deck, Retaliancy. This card's crazy. This is probably the best card of my side deck, to be honest.
This card's so good.
This card hits every matchup. It's Pearly, it hits fucking Runic really hard. It hit Hero today. He went normal summon Shadow Mist, activate Master Change, and went boop, nice Dark Claw. I have one too. Bozo. And then he couldn't play. So he couldn't play. I just played more Kaijus because I wanted to deal with boss monsters.
I like these. I don't play them right now, but they seem worth trying.
I played 3 Druos and a Magnuma to deal with Mech and Brandon if it came up today. I only sided against the hero player because it's the only matchup that they came up in. All the other ones just never came in. But I'd still probably keep it because it's really good against Mech and Brandon when they want to try to like perform a power block you. And speaking of that card, I played Archfiend Switcher to deal with it. No one played it. It never came up. I never said this. I never played it against trap decks. A card I would play if I had it was like Kurkar. I would be playing Kurkar.
I love that card.
The card's too good until Cash gets hit. That card's crazy, but I didn't play it. And I had 2 random like extra deck spots. So I played 1 Dweller for the mirror match. That never happened.
Dang, so we didn't get the test if it was a good idea yet.
I didn't think in theory it's good because you know they droll you or anything like that. You just make Dweller. And you tell them, have fun. Your Soul Piercers are turned off. It's basically pseudo droll.
Yeah, try to keep them from having follow up for the crackback.
Yeah, they can't play through it because you know if their play starter is Soul Piercer, you ain't ever searching it because the reason why this deck is crazy is not because what Wakashi enables it, but what breaks this deck is Soul Piercer not being once per turn and getting like 5 searches a turn. You shut down the searching, that deck does not do anything. It's not that spooky if you shut it down. This card shuts it down. It's better than Baguska if you get drolled in the mirror. And it's also arguably better than Saratobi if you get drolled. And then the other card, because I just wanted to deal with like spell cards, I just played like a Nappies. Never came up.
Oh.
Yeah, but like you know the like Soul Piercer plus discard ends on like a Genius, Regulus, this, and Baron, which I felt was probably enough. Because like yeah, it still loses to Dark Ruler, but this card puts them on. You better have it or you don't.
Yeah, it like hard beats just a lot of matchups.
Yeah, it just like hard beats the Runic and Pearly deck. Like you have to have the out or you don't. It's almost like you have to have Droll against this deck or you don't. You know what I mean? That's what this format is you better have it.
And even if you have it, though, you better like play efficiently because if I also have it or I have hand traps and like I feel like there's still going to be a grind.
Yeah, like if people like you know when people talk about this deck, they go, "Oh, you lose Dark Ruler." Well, unless your deck plays Zeus, which is like good boom, but not Pearly and not Pearly, not Cash, and not Sam. You have to clear my entire board and scales. Or
Through
you
hand
start-
traps.
Yeah, through
like-
hand traps. It ain't happening. Like, you have to Zeus me. That's the
And through an
only way.
Omega Snipe.
Yeah, like I Dark World is not a card I fear when I play this deck, to be honest, because like, good luck breaking my board.
Yeah.
Good luck. You can break it with like my monsters, but I have like Wakashi, Big Benki. Have fun.
Do you have any final thoughts or anything?
I mean, it was like thoughts I shared, like talking like throughout the profile. I just think this is unnecessary, to be honest.
You're gonna put in the Dweller and something else?
I'm gonna put in the Dweller and the Underworld Goddess.
All right.
I think those are good utility cards that help like guild decks. Also, people like to play tier still.
And that I saw it at top tables actually.
Yeah.
Thank you for the deck profile.
Yep.